All right, everybody, we are live from Sao Paulo, Brazil, LFA 171. First fight underway, first fight on the card. And with no further delay, let's take it up to my man, Leonardo Lavati. Take it over, buddy.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA strawweight division, and it's brought to you by NF. Starting to the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen. This fighter is a Muay Thai style fighter. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs in at 115.7 pounds. That's her third professional fight with 2 wins, one by knockout, representing Área VIP fight and fighting out of São José dos Pinhais, Paraná. Please welcome Sara Barwick. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this fighter is a striker. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighs in at 115.7 pounds. This is her 4th professional fight with 3 wins, one by knockout, representing Mascote Team Lucas Mineiro, and fighting out of Guarulhos, São Paulo. Please welcome Lany Silva. And the referee in charge of this bout is Osiris Maia.
Osiris Maia is the man in charge of the action tonight. First fight of the night, strawweight division, Sara Barwick versus Lany Silva. 2 undefeated prospects. Gotta say, Jonas, like you were saying, Sara Barwick kind of looks like a model. Lany Silva, very strong contestant. Let's see what happens. 3 5-minute rounds is what's supposed to happen. But anything can happen inside this LFA cage. You know, when we come to Brazil, Jonas, things tend to get sped up.
Oh, sure does. And Barwick's also very calm. Look at her.
Just so you guys can get situated, Lany Silva, red tape, Sara Barwick, blue tape. Like I said before, both these young ladies undefeated. Barwick 2-0 in her career. Lany Silva 3-0 in her professional MMA career. Coming from the Northeast. Her coach, Jonas, actually just got signed by the UFC through the Contender Series. They call him Mascot. That's his nickname. The kid is a stud. Went over the Contender Series in front of Dana White, got the job done, got the contract. Lany Silva, she's fought for us before, and she is known to have heavy hands. Barwick has her back on the cage, trying to move around, good outside leg kick. But Lany Silva, you can see, is just laser focused.
Yeah, Silva's trying to bring up the heat, but Barwick is keeping the distance, taking things slow. Let's see what it gets.
And front leg kick there. Little push kick by Silva. Good high kick there by Lany Silva. Still controlling the center of the cage. And we have Barwick a little bit to the outside with her back. Left hand there barely touched Sara Barwick's face. Look at that. Another high kick attempt. Lany Silva saw that high kick did connect. She wants to do it again. How important? I mean, Jonas, you're a guy that kicks a lot. You got that front kick that connects. Are you going to want to go do it right away, or are you going to wait a little bit and try to throw some feints in there to make your opponent forget that kick was there?
The feints are always the safe mode, you know, but depending on the opponent's response, you can get it right on.
A little over 3 minutes to the end of this first round. Pro MMA fight, 3 5-minute rounds. That's what we expect. But I don't think it's going to last the 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm feeling Barwick a little bit slow, you know? It's like Silva is in another tempo.
I agree. But also, there's the fact that Silva has fought in this same arena before. She's used to the pressure, the cameras, the lights. First time Sara Barwick fights for the LFA. So we know that being in Brazil, fighting for the LFA is big pressure. You know how important Legacy Fighting Alliance is when it comes to Brazil.
Well, it sure is, and maybe she's feeling the pressure, that's why.
Lany Silva closing in with that hook and that cross. Nice knee to the body, beautiful elbow. Goes in for that wizard. Barwick takes her to the cage. Got basically half a round to work from that cage. She wasn't doing very well in the center. Let's see how she works from that cage.
Exactly. I consider this a perfect movement for her, trying to change the fight a little bit, to mix it up. It wasn't working that well in the distance, so let's see in the cage.
Silva trying to keep that shin in there to keep the distance so those knees don't get in. Because Jonas, I mean, you can say this better than me. Closing your hips in when you're on the cage is the secret to taking somebody down.
Yeah,
right?
To avoid a takedown sometimes as well. But it will all depend if she's going to use a twist to bring her down or hooking the legs with her legs.
Barwick now with the action, taking the initiative here in this initial round. First fight of the night. We've got 13 bouts tonight. If you're in the house, you're about to have a good time. If you're watching us, you're also about to have a good time. Lany Silva got the turnaround. Both of them now in the center of the cage once again. A little over 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Superwoman, I can't call that a Superman. I gotta call it a Superwoman punch there for Barwick. Got a little wobbly there. Lany Silva landed that right hand, connected that front leg.
Yeah, she grabbed the fence not to fall. I don't know if that's legal at all.
Another kick to the leg there by Barwick. 1 minute left. Spinning kick now by Barwick. Good high kick by Lany Silva.
Yeah, Silva's better at the distance.
And you can almost tell, like, if the shot lands, Barwick is in big trouble.
Nice calf kick by Barwick.
Nice, another calf kick. And she noticed that hurt her.
Yes.
She immediately went to that plan once again. Calf kicks are something, Jonas, that have been a big thing in MMA lately, right? It's always been there, but we've seen it being perfection as the day goes by.
Yes, third attempt on the calf kick. She's starting to take control of the actions now. Silva took the pace off a little bit. Barwick trying to pressure to bring the heat up now.
Another Superwoman punch, close in that distance, try to go for the takedown. Beautiful takedown now by Sarah Barwick. Finally got Silva to the ground. That's what she was trying to do earlier. Got the chance. Only 10 seconds left. You just heard that 10-second bell. Trying to work there from the top, keeping those hips heavy. We see Osiris Maya there keeping his close eye as you only have a couple seconds left. End of the first round, Jonas. Sarah Barwick ended this round a little bit better. Got that takedown, was on top. But in your eyes, was it enough to turn this round around?
I wouldn't want to be the judges right now because Barwick was taking a lot of shots, but nothing too significant. So in the end, she landed 3 calf kicks, three really good calf kicks, and took her down. Not too much damage on the top as well, but I don't know, maybe judges saw that this was enough to turn the round in the other direction, you know. But in my opinion, this round was 10-9 to Silva.
So in the eyes of Jonas Bilarinho, Lany Silva takes his first round. There's those calf kicks. There's that right hand that got Sarah Barwick a little wobbly. Like you said, she headed back to the cage and had to grab a hold of the cage. I don't think it's illegal because she's not having any advantages to that. I believe if it was like a takedown attempt or something, maybe that would have been. I might be wrong, but that's what I believe.
Second round, here we go.
Second round underway, LFA 171. We are live from Cajamar, São Paulo, Brazil. The 6th time, Jonas, that the LFA Octagon lands in Brazil. The 5th time being in Cajamar, São Paulo.
Nice body punch by Silva. Calf kick by Silva as well.
And she's going to that calf again. She saw that the first time she threw that calf kick, Lany Silva felt it. She lifted that left leg. Now she's trying to capitalize on it. And something that I always say, Jonas, is that when you kick somebody in the calf or in the leg or in the body and they kick you back, that's because it hurt them.
Yes. Now they are going toe-to-toe on this calf kick game because Silva is trying to deliver it back as well.
We got a little over 4 minutes in this second round. Another calf kick there by Lany Silva. Going in with that power right hand. That right hand is something that she's been relying a lot on. On her past fight, she threw that right hand like a missile, and it landed a lot of times. She has said that that is her strong hand. That's the way she likes to knock people out. Something that definitely Sarah Barwick has to start worrying about because that right hand has been literally zooming by her face in the first and in the second round as well.
Nice knee by Silva. Now Barwick is moving her head a little better in the second round. She's controlling the distance, actually.
We see Lany Silva's corner there. He was in the right side of your screen. Lucas Mineiro, former UFC fighter. A lot of experience, a lot of knowledge in the MMA game. Two fighters in the center of the cage. You can already see a little bit of bleeding there coming from Sarah Barwick's nose. That right hand has been connecting. That is a problem. Having a power puncher like Silva in front of you, you can't be taking those punches. You already see a little bit of damage there on Sarah Barwick's face.
Yeah, she's not moving as well as in the first round, Silva, but she's counter-striking on the right temple, you know.
Went in with that body shot there. Silva took Barwick to the cage. He's got that body lock. Barwick managed to get that first underhook in, looking to move to the side, moving those. Is this the correct way, Jonas, to get away from this back on the cage situation?
Oh yeah, it looks good. Good takedown defense. Got to put the second underhook, as she did. Now she got to twist her body away. Nice knees by Silva.
Silva
body lock by Barwick.
Silva going heavy on those knees halfway through the second round. Even though Barwick does have those high double underhooks,
yes,
Lany is managing to keep those knees just squeezing in, and you can't be taking those. We saw the blood from Barwick's nose before she got that turnaround. Take down the attempt there by Lany. Silva got the judo throw, immediately attempts to mount, ends up on side control, on half guard, and now trying to maintain. Barwick doing a good job of trying to move around, not keeping her back on the mat. What's the best option now for Sarah Barwick to get back up?
She should do exactly what she's trying to do. Go to the deep guard and try to get her back or sweep her.
Good knee switch there by Silva, landed on top. She's going to start raining down elbows now. Barwick intelligently trying to keep her close. The more space she gives Lany Silva, the more space Lany Silva will have to execute those dangerous elbows. Back in the half guard there by Silva, 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Silva is controlling the game really well over the top. Pressuring with the hip.
Nice elbow there by Lany Silva. Another good elbow landed. So Zirismeyer there up close and personal, making sure everything's okay. But Lany Silva doesn't care. She wants those elbows. She's looking for that submission. Very aggressive on top control.
Yeah, Barwick going for the deep again, but trying to sweep this time instead of going to the back.
Good sprawl there by Lany Silva. Managed to get Barwick on her back once again. She said stand up, turns her back. We're back on her feet here in São Paulo, Brazil. Cajamar, LFA 171. I'm Max Suarez. By my side tonight, Jonas Vilarinho. What a pleasure to be with you guys. Trying to unload that 1-2 Barwick. She's got a little over 30 seconds left in the second round to try to turn things around here. Lany Silva definitely the aggressor in the second round.
Yes. And Barwick, I think she realizes that she's losing the fight, and she's trying to bring up the heat again. Let's see what she gets.
Good jab cross hook there by Lany Silva, connected all three. Trying to maintain the good technique there. Threw that 1-2, landed on Silva's guard. 10-second bell here for the end of the second round. Tries to close the distance. Barwick takes Silva to the cage. Got that firm body lock. And the foot stop a la Marco Ruas. Second round of the books, Jonas. Easy to say Lany Silva took this second one too.
So I'm starting to see a pattern here. Silva goes well most of the time of the round, but when the round is coming to an end, it's like Barwick realizes that she's losing that round and she starts to pressure up, bring up the heat, connects the best strikes, but it's not enough to steal the round, you know? So in my opinion, second round goes to Silva, 20-18.
Beautiful judo throw there by Lany Silva. I mean, we kind of saw that coming. She threw that leg over Barwick's leg, and then the hip throw was just perfectly executed. And she wasn't wasting time, Jonas. Every time she had the opportunity, she was looking for those damaging shots.
Yes, she puts a lot of power on their strikes.
You see that damage there by Lany Silva on Sarah Barwick's face. Result of those heavy strikes. At one point, she got the 1-2-3 combo there, the jab cross hook. Landed very well. One last round now for both these young ladies. This is a straw weight division up to 116 pounds with the tolerance. Unless it's a title fight, then it would be 115. Just, you know, you got to be informative to everybody that's at home and make sure they know. There we have our beautiful ring girl saying it's the third round. Didn't expect us to go to the third round, though, Jonas.
Neither did I.
5 more minutes of Lany Silva versus Sarah Barwick. Both of them undefeated. And like quoting my good friend Ron Kruk from the English broadcast, tonight someone's O will have to go. Up until now, Lany Silva, in our eyes, is leading the way to going over to 4-0, and Sarah Barwick might be putting her first loss on her record.
Yeah, just in the beginning, Barwick threw a front kick to the thigh.
Beautiful knees now by Lany Silva. She's got a heavy clinch. Beautiful right hand there by Barwick. Now you see that damage coming out. You see that faucet's open. Now the blood's just leaking from Barwick's nose. Those are the heavy hands of Lany Silva. We've been talking about this all night, Jonas. She is an aggressor, she's a hunter, and she's just been looking for the right shots, trying not to throw shots in the air. Because that's what tires you a lot of times, throwing shots in the air and not landing them.
Yes, recovering from the missed strike is awful.
Silva now attempting what could be a takedown. And like we told you guys earlier, you can see that blood now in Sarah Barwick's face. Start smelling that rust, smelling that blood.
Nice calf kick by Barwick. I think she should pressure up on that calf kick, you know, to remove Silva's capacity to move and try to land the best strikes to knock her out. But I don't know, she's trying to attempt.
It kind of seems to me, Jonas, that if Sarah Barwick stepped on the gas pedal a little bit, she can maybe get a finish, because you see her right hand is connecting.
Nice counter elbow.
Lany Silva is coming in strong, but Barwick still has the power to do it. You can see that blood already gushing from underneath her left eye because of that elbow. And Lany Silva just displaying everything, all her weapons tonight here in the LFA.
Lany Silva really well in the striking game.
Nice body kick by Silva. Both athletes slowing a little bit down. I mean, what can we expect? It's been a three-round war up until now. Sarah Barwick trying to close the distance. Wasn't a good deal for her when they were in the center of the cage. Almost half the last round now left. She's got to close that distance and make sure she takes less damage and starts to inflict damage.
And Barwick is not willing to give up. We see a lot of athletes giving up for way less than that, and Barwick is still on.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left, and that is the last round of this first fight of the night.
Nice knee by Barwick. Nice counter strike by Silva.
Very well, very well. But this is a display of high-level technique. These young ladies have been technical. It's not a brawl. They've been technical these 3 rounds. That's very impressive. It just shows how also the high level of matchmaking that we have. You know, Mark Barwick, as always, doing a great job in matching these fighters up and giving everybody at home a great show.
They sure do. And it's beautiful to watch.
1 minute and 50 seconds left in this third and final round. Just to remind you guys, we are in Brazil. We are in Cajamar for the 5th time this year, and we have a packed card tonight. 13 fights, 2 title fights, co-main and main event. Beautiful takedown
by Silva.
Lany Silva ends up in that half guard. She's got those underhooks. She's controlling the pressure. The hips are heavy.
Yeah.
1 minute and 20 seconds left. This might be literally just signing this off.
The timing was perfect. She wrapped her leg.
She got that exactly. She got that little hook in, took her down. You can actually hear Lucas Mineiro, her corner, just saying it's over by now. All you got to do is hit. And he's not wrong. She's throwing those elbows. She's managing to sneak those elbows in, even though Barwick is trying to keep her close. Look at that. One more hand connecting.
And by the position that she's assuming, you see that she's not willing to just wait for the time to end. She is willing to finish the fight yet. Pressure on the hip, nasty elbows.
And I always say this, and to me personally, the half guard is the best position to do damage on the ground.
Ooh.
You got control, you got heavy hips, and you got the body motion and range to be able to rain down elbows, strikes. Look at the damage that she's been inflicting. Look at that. There's almost a golf ball on her forehead right now.
Yeah, you could see a little blood splash in the other camera.
Yes. Getting close to the final 10 seconds of this fight. Beautiful elbow by Lany Silva, trying to inflict as much damage as possible in these final seconds of the fight. Keeping it heavy, hips heavy. Barwick trying to go for that heel hook. That's it for the first fight of the night. Sarah Barwick versus Lany Silva. Jonas, I'm passing this on to you since you're the expert here. Who do you think takes this? I mean, we see all the blood on Sarah Barwick's face. That is a sign. But who do you think takes this first fight of the night?
That was if I might say, a clear 30-27 to Silva. I don't think that the judges are going to see anything different than that. She displayed very good striking game, control over the top, power strikes, beautiful to watch.
That was the first fight of the night. We have 12 more still to go. beautiful night of fights here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The whole LFA team crew is here for the 6th time this year. Closing out the year in Brazil, unfortunately, but we still have a couple shows to go. We will close 2024 in my hometown of Las Vegas, beautiful Las Vegas at the Palms. Just kicking the door in to close the year. LFA always doing it big, no matter where we are. Lany Silva lifting up her arms, Lucas Mineiro picking her up. Clear sign that she thinks she won, but it's also important to remind that this is just our personal opinion, and the official result will come from the 3 side judges that are judging this match. Look at that hematoma. That's literally a golf ball on Sarah Barwick's forehead. Just shows how nasty those elbows that Lany Silva was throwing were. Heavy, heavy elbows.
And Silva's face is clear.
They always say, right, like we always say, Jonas, it's always good to get into a 3-round fight and come out like you didn't fight.
Yeah.
That's the best thing ever. You can go to the after party, no one will ever know. No one will ever know. That was the first fight of the night. Let's head up to Leonardo Levati for the official decision of this first fight of LFA 171.
The judge scored this contest 30-27, 30-27, 30-26, all in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, Lany Silva!
So yeah, we had a 30-26, Jonas. Maybe this last round?
Probably
might have been a 10-8 round,
yeah.
Maybe. A lot of damage, got the elbows in. First fight of the night, Lany Silva moves up to 4-0. Unfortunately, Sarah Barwick gets her first loss of her career, 2-1.
Yeah, probably the last round was a pain in the just because it was not the first and not the second, you know?
Exactly. We got the first fight down in the strawweight division. We're gonna move on shortly to the second fight of the night. And I gotta tell you, Jonas, I am very, very excited for this next fight.
Oh, yes.
We'll have the welterweights, Gabriel Ramos, undefeated. He's got 1 no contest, but still undefeated. And then you guys got to keep your eye on this man, the Cuban Geovanis Palacios, one of the main training partners of the guy that fights tomorrow in the UFC here in Sao Paulo, Caio Borralho, which is one of the guys that works with us here in the broadcast. Caio Borralho got the mission done, made weight, ready to fight tomorrow, and Geovanis Palacios is one of his main training partners, sparring partners. Very tall Cuban, 6-0. Let's go to the next fight of the night. And without further ado, let's go Levati.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in LFA welterweight division, and it's brought to you by AutoStar. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu style fighter. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs in at 170.2 pounds with 4 wins, 3 by submission, representing his Scorpion team and fighting out of Embu das Artes, São Paulo. Please welcome Gabriel Ramos. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This fighter is a mixed martial artist. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs in at 171 pounds. He holds an undefeated professional record of 6 wins, all by knockout. Fighting out of Sao Paulo by way of Santiago, Cuba, he's Geovanis Palacios. And the referee in charge of this bout is Fernando Portela.
Fernando Portela, the man in charge of the action, the second fight of the night. Again, 2 undefeateds. Gabriel Ramos 4-0, Geovanis Palacios 6-0. There's our ring girl letting us know that the first round is about to start. 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. I'm Max Suarez. By my side tonight, Jonas Idari.
Let me say, Max, I'm very excited for this fight.
I got to tell you, this is one of the fights I definitely wanted to see. Palacios in the red tape, Ramos in the blue tape. Palacios, like I said, Caio Borralho's main sparring partner. And Ramos, a very dangerous prospect, 4-0 from Sao Paulo, has the home crown behind him. Palacios didn't seem too worried about that, though.
Yes, Geovanis Palacios, 26 years, 6-0, 6 KOs. Gabriel Ramos, only 20 years old, undefeated as well. Of these 4 wins, 3 rear naked chokes.
You can clearly see, I mean, if you know Caio Borralho and you know his team, the Fighting Nerds, Palacios moves exactly like everybody from that team. He moves exactly like Caio Borralho. They've got the same groove, the same step in and out, body moving, you know, upper body movement. But then Ramos is using that leg kick for the second time already, like you just pointed it out. Very important.
Yeah, 2 calf kicks already. We know that that type of damage is not good.
And we know a calf kick stick. Beautiful flying by Palacios. Nice takedown by the Cuban wrestler. Ramos now trying to control that pace, taking Palacios to the cage. He's got double underhooks, got the head in the right place. Palacios trying to shift that weight, get those hips on the cage. Hips on the cage are essential to be able to get out.
I was actually impressed by how Ramos defended that suplex. He turned his body around to avoid being put on the ground, and that worked down perfectly. I was really impressed by that.
Now also good takedown defense by Palacios. Got that 180 turnaround. Ended up with an elbow, trying to go for that knee, keeping that pressure. Another takedown underway. Way up high, but Ramos is back up like a cat in a bathtub. He hit that water and he's back up. Palacios already has him on the cage though, and this is when you can tell the size difference.
Yes.
Jonas. Look at the size difference from Palacios to Ramos. It's just a massive difference.
And both athletes with extremely good takedown defense. Nice knee by Palacios.
Working well from the clinch there, Palacios on the cage. He's got that right arm in, controlling the wrist of Ramos with the other hand, making sure he's got that space to do exactly that, to use the knees. Ramos tried to sprint there out of the cage, moving sideways. We're a little under halfway in this first round, and Palacios is keeping good pressure now on Ramos.
Yeah, Palacios bringing up the heat. A lot of power on those strikes, and he's not giving any time for Ramos to think about his strategy or try to build something. He's just pressuring up.
Exactly, Ramos having a hard time now. I mean, you got a Cuban wrestler, but he went in, he's flipped in for that leg lock. Geovanis trying to defend that, keeping his hips heavy, but Ramos is twisting away. He's still looking for that leg lock, and Palacios very wisely keeping the pressure. He's defending that very, I mean, when you train at a team like Fight Nerds, you're kind of used to that kind of stuff.
It's worth to say that this is the position that Palacios like to win the fights.
Yes, that's exactly right. Another beautiful suplex by Geovanis Palacios, displaying that beautiful Cuban wrestling. He was part of the Cuban wrestling team as a junior, and he's displaying all that right now. I mean, that's a 3rd suplex he's done in the first round.
I think this is, of course, it's worth it to put the opponent down, but that takes a lot of energy, and this is the 3rd suplex that Palacios tried to deliver in only 1 round, in 4 minutes actually. So we can see the price of it, because Palacios' strikes are not that powerful anymore. So let's see if he can make it be worth it, you know?
I agree. It takes a lot of energy to be throwing people around like that. Even though he's a wrestler, you got to understand that there's a lot of pressure. It's the first time he's fighting for the LFA. He was fighting for R1. There was a pressure buildup for this fight. He's trying to stay active. He's got 40 seconds in this first round, but definitely the aggressor up to now. Trying to go for that choke, sneaking in that arm. Let go of that, forgot about it. He wants elbow power there on top of Ramos. 27 seconds left. They're both on their feet. The crowd's going wild. We got the crowd going for Ramos in this second fight of the night. Beautiful elbow there by Palacios, closed the distance. Got Ramos to the cage. Final 10 seconds of this first round. Good place to be to end a round.
Let's see if Ramos can recover from that storm, and if Palacios can take a breath, you know, to recover his energy, because he was actually a little bit wobbly. He was a little bit wobbly in the end of the round, you know?
Yes, I agree. It's you can see he's standing up, he's not sitting. Of course, there's a little bit of a high heart rate there, because he has been putting the pressure the entire round.
Yes.
But Jonas, clear to say that Geovanis Palacios took this first round?
For sure, 10-9 for Palacios. And it's worth to say that this is our opinion. The judges might have seen it different. I don't believe so, but our scorecard here is not the official one.
Exactly.
Keep that in mind, folks.
Very well said, Jonas. Good to remind you guys that if you haven't signed up for UFC Fight Pass, scan that QR code, follow the link, make sure you follow everything that's going to happen on the main card. You got UFC tomorrow here in Brazil. We'll see. That 1 minute is up, and I got to tell you, that 1 minute goes by so fast.
Yeah.
It's like 10 seconds when you're in there.
Especially when you're in there.
Yes, it's like 10 seconds. You're like, no, this was not a minute. Is your guys' clock correct? The mat is getting taken care of. The water is being dried. Our ring girl says second round is underway. We got to look at that crowd there that's supporting Gabriel Ramos here in Cajamar, São Paulo. Second round underway. Geovanis Palacios in the red tape, 6-0. Gabriel Ramos in the blue tape, 4-0. Welterweight division, second fight of the night here. LFA 171 in Cajamar, São Paulo, Brazil.
And Palacios is smiling at Ramos.
Yeah.
He's like, what you gonna do now, boy?
Good lip reading there by Jonas Bilarinho. That he does not only fight, he also lip reads and lip syncs. 5 more minutes now in the second round. Taking a little bit more time now, a little bit more studying. Maybe that first round was a study round.
Nice block by Ramos. That's dangerous, Max.
I mean, look at the size of Palacios' thighs. I mean, those kicks are going to come out powerful. Throwing that jab there. Stand behind the jab there, Ramos. Palacios still with that little smirk on his face. Throwing that little smile out there to see what Ramos does. 4 minutes left in this second round.
Very good feints by Palacios to keep up the distance.
Beautiful
Nice calf kick by Ramos.
Ended up with that straight left and right. Ramos threw that right hand, didn't find anything. Good moment there for Ramos. And Palacios still trying to mess with Ramos there, trying to get in his head. Took that straight jab to the face.
Ramos is tagging Palacios.
Attempted that leg kick once again. Palacios was quicker this time.
I might say that so far, Ramos is taking the round.
Still got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second round. Possibly we may have a third round. Good left hand there by Ramos. Palacios threw, didn't find anything. Nice knee there. Beautiful right hand there by Palacios. Ramos felt the danger, immediately closed that distance. Very smart of Ramos. I mean, he took the shot, he closed that distance, made sure that he wasn't close enough to get hit again. Got that underhook, and Palacios doing the right thing. He's got one underhook, he's got an overhook, trying to turn things around, did exactly that. He's got approximately half a round to work. Because I do agree with you, Jonas. Ramos started off better the second round.
I think Palacios was keeping the distance to recover a little bit better, you know? It's like you said, Max, that minute goes by so fast.
It's 10 seconds, bro, I'm telling you. 10 seconds. Palacios with the pressure on the cage. You got Ramos with his back on the cage. He's got that overhook there with his left arm. Palacios doing that cage pressure very well, trying to spin him around. I'm curious to see how Palacios is on the ground. I know he's good with takedowns, and I'm curious to see what happens when he gets the takedown and gets the control on top, how he proceeds from that point on.
Yeah, he has a very good control over the top, very good pressure, powerful strikes, but I never saw Palacios with his back on the ground, though.
That's a good point. Very good point. Trying that takedown once again. Geovanis Palacios, the Cuban, with the red tape. Very good high-level wrestling. He's been showcasing here in R1 for the first time now in the LFA. Took that back once again.
Palacios' corner telling him to bring the heat.
Attempting now that knee to the thigh, the back portion of the thigh there to the hamstring. He's got that body lock, he's got that control. We can see our ref there, Portela, taking a look at the action very, very closely. He's part of CAB MMA, the Brazilian Athletic Commission, that will also be in the UFC tomorrow. Very important to say that. We work with what the UFC works, and Palacios finally gets Ramos to the ground, but not in a comfortable position, let's say. He's got that knee in. Ramos is in that turtle position. Palacios kind of keeping himself safe there, not wanting to risk himself too much, trying to take the back. Ramos back up, try to pull guard, maybe a Kimura. He looks like he's going for that Kimura now. He's got it locked in. 26 seconds. Palacios is holding on to those hands for his dear life, and he's smiling at something. He's smiling at somebody. He's like, nah, he's out. Hammer fist to the face of Ramos. Little over 10 seconds to the end of this second round. Ramos was looking for that ankle lock there too. He got the toe hold, and Palacios ending up this second round on top. Raining down some of those bombs. Second round underway is in the books, Jonas. We got 10 minutes, 5 more. Who won this last portion of 5 minutes, brother?
I think Palacios got another 10-9 to him, so 20-18 to Palacios. But let me rephrase that to you, Max. I think he gassed out a little bit. Too much strength, too much power on each single strike. And I think that he kept the pace a little bit down in the end of the second round to try to gas up again, you know?
Exactly. That beautiful right hand that landed there. Very, very clean.
That body punch by Palacios, it's what brings Ramos to the defensive stance, you know?
And like I said, if you guys haven't heard of the Fighting Nerds, an MMA team out of Sao Paulo, go take a look at him and you will see that it's the exact carbon copy. He does the exact same thing that Kyle Bohada does, that Mauricio Rufi does. I mean, it's their style. You know that there's a lot of teams in Brazil that have their own style, and this is their style. This is when Geovanis was looking at Ramos' corner and saying, nope, he's not submitting me, not at all. There you have Annie letting us know that the third round is about to start. Fabio Portela, the man in charge of the action. Third and final round. Gabriel Ramos, blue tape. Geovanis Palacios from Cuba, red tape. Got that little fair play, push him away. Let's throw leather, brother.
And let me tell you, Max, this is the first time that I ever see Palacios smiling.
He's a very serious man. Yes, he's a very serious man. Looks very concentrated, though, in the beginning of this third. We got 5 more. 5 more in this third round.
Let's see what type of strategies Ramos bringing to the third round, considering he lost the first 2. I wonder if his corner let him know that, you know. Another calf kick.
And this is when corners are important, right,
yes.
Jonas? I mean, it's either the motivation factor, the sense of urgency factor, the technique.
Winning this round is not worth it. He gotta finish the fight.
Tried to use those hands there, Ramos, and Palacios coming out of the cage smiling once again. Doesn't seem threatened at all by what Ramos can do to him. Shot in for that double leg. Ramos very well defended by Palacios. Double underhooks going for the back. We might see another suplex here. He's getting ready for it. He's taking that distance. If he closes in those hips, the suplex is going to come. He's getting that distance. He's got that body lock.
He
shin
could
on
be
the back.
kneeing the tie, you know. Yeah, that's
Knee
it.
to the hamstring once again, looking very good. I think he's trying to distract him. He's got control of that body hip. He's got that hip bump. Took Ramos to the ground. Wow, I did not expect that.
What was that? But that was efficient, you know. Ooh, a tripod by Ramos.
I can basically compare that to Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. That was, hey, OnlyFans, here we go, baby. Geovanis Palacios with Gabriel Ramos. 3 minutes left in this last round. Palacios on the tip of his toes, moving around very well. Good jab there by Palacios.
I'm feeling Ramos a little bit lost.
And Ramos looks a little more tired now. I mean, trying to defend those takedowns, trying to get off the cage. That's a different kind of cardio that you have to work on, Jonas.
Yes.
Trying to hook that left leg, maybe switch things around, go for a takedown. We're approaching now half of this third and final round. This is the second fight of the night. Remind you guys that both of these fighters, like the last fight, are also undefeated. Ramos in the blue tape 4-0. Geovanis in the red tape 6-0. Doing a very good job of
Looking for
controlling.
that knee bar.
Working very well from the top now. Palacios working
it might be
very
it.
well from the top. The judge is right there. Fabio Portela, it has his eye on the fight. 2 minutes left. Geovanis Palacios trying to put the pressure, trying to make the ref stop this fight. He's got time, he's got elbows, he's got hammer fists. He's letting it all go. In these last 2 minutes, back into the game. Close that distance, back on top. Raining down elbows. Fabio Portela has his close eye on this fight. It's closer than it was. Now attempting that leg lock for Ramos very well. Geovanis got the triangle locked in, which is very important to defend that, right, Jonas?
Yeah, Palacios was looking to the right to the corner to get some advice about what to do in that position. Ramos showing a lot of heart, you know, taking a lot of beat and not giving up.
1 minute and 20 seconds left in this third and final round. Geovanis Palacios with total control. Got the back, he's got those hands coming in. Fabio Portela has a close eye on this fight.
This round might be a 10-8.
Might be a 10-8, I agree. We've had a 10-8 this last fight. And Geovanis Palacios working, giving everything that he has. Final minute here in the second fight of the night. Geovanis Palacios on Ramos like a tick on a fat cow, Jonas. He does not want to let go. Takes a quick look at his corners.
Palacios very conscious, looking to the corner to take some advice. No matter the position, he's really paying attention.
And we can also see the facial expression of Ramos when he looked up. He seemed very tired.
Yeah.
This is a different card. There's a lot of pressure involving trying to get away from Palacios' grips. In the knees, Palacios is starting to talk. Look at him talking to Ramos. He's trying to get into his head. One more heavy right hand. Fabio Portela is on at 10 seconds to end this round. They're going to the center of the cage. Ramos walking forward, clearly very tired. Palacios walking away. He heard the bell. That's a wrap for the second fight of the night. Jonas, clear to say that Palacios took this fight.
I think that Palacios might have won by 30-26, considering that this last round is a possible 10-8. I would have to say it is. In my opinion, it is. And this is a very important fight for future Palacios opponents, you know, because we could see him a little bit out of his comfort zone because he's always so strong, always so powerful, and we could see him gassing out a little bit, but of course we could see that he's very experienced. He knew how to keep up the pace, to recover and keep the pressure, keep the dominance, keep the power, and beautiful display by Palacios tonight.
Jonas put the blueprint on the table, believes that the Cuban will take his 7th victory home, but it's also important to remind you guys that this is our personal opinion. The 3 judges, cage side, will have the official decision shortly. Then we take a look there at the replay. Geovanis Palacios being the bigger man in this cage tonight, being the more aggressive fighter. Beautiful takedowns. I forgot how many suplexes he did. I mean, don't want to be in front of this man if he's mad. Want to make sure I'm good friends with him. Palacios talking to his corners. Might be taking his 7th pro win back to the Fighting Nerds here in Sao Paulo. But we will officially know right now as we head up to my man, Leonardo Lavati.
The judge scored this contest 30-26, 30-26, 30-27, all in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, Geovanis Palacios.
And there we have it, Geovanis Palacios taking his 7th victory home, still undefeated. Ramos unfortunately gets his first loss. Like you said, there were 2 10-8 rounds, two judges that gave 10-8 rounds. Geovanis Palacios there looking at his coaches, putting the good old Fighting Nerd glasses on, letting the world know what team he represents. There the crowd starting to fill up the arena here in Cajamar, São Paulo, but there's more action coming up, not only for you guys here on YouTube, but also for everybody that's signing up on UFC Fight Pass. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you run up, sign up, and be with us during the entire night for LFA 171 and for UFC tomorrow live from São Paulo. But now let's head on to our next fight of the night. We will have the big boys in the cage. Leonardo Levati, take it away, brother.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-rounds or 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division, and it's brought to you by Volvo. Starting to the blue corner, this man is a freestyle fighter. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighs in at 244.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated professional record of 4 wins, including 1 by knockout and 2 by submission. Representing Clube Botafogo, Nova União, and fighting out of Porto Velho, Rondônia, please welcome Lucas Camacho! And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this man is a freestyle fighter as well. He stands 6 feet inches tall and weighs in at 251 pounds. He holds an undefeated professional record of 4 wins, including 2 by knockout and 2 by submission. Representing inside Muay Thai and fighting out of Bragança Paulista, São Paulo, please welcome Guilherme Uriel! And the referee in charge of this bout is João Cláudio Soares.
João Cláudio Soares, the man in charge of this. That's the 3rd fight of the night. Heavyweight, still undefeated. Exact same record, 4-0 for Lucas Camacho, 4-0 for Guilherme Uriel. Uriel in the red tape, as you see there. Camacho in the blue tape and black trunks. 3 5-minute rounds underway for you guys. LFA 171, I'm Max Suarez. By my side tonight, the very dangerous Jonas Guilherme.
Uriel just started early.
Uriel comes from a very strict inside Muay Thai background. Munil Adriano, big Muay Thai background, got that kick. The 1-2 landed, another heavy leg kick. Like I said, Muay Thai all the way, leg kicks all the way. Heavy hands. Camacho having a hard time defending these kicks. I gotta tell you, Jonas, they're snapping over. Beautiful spinning heel kick to the body. Camacho tried to advance. Another inside leg kick there by Uriel. He's just cracking those legs. Back to the cage, changing stances. Regular, now he switched over to southpaw. Now he's back to regular stance, moving forward. Another outside leg kick. Camacho already showing signs that those leg kicks are doing damage.
Yeah, Camacho is not dealing well with the volume of strikes of Uriel. A lot of volume, a lot of precision, a lot of power.
And we're still only a minute and 15 seconds into this fight. And Uriel has already landed a lot of kicks, each and every one of them cracking. Ooh. He got dropped by Camacho. Camacho smelled the blood, tries to go forward. Uriel back on his feet. Another right hand that cracked. Now, Jonas, you can say this as a pro fighter with so much experience. That was too much confidence. That's why he took that
Yes,
hand.
He got too comfortable. But now he responds, and Camacho got caught. You were in a very good moment. Ooh.
And he walks forward like he's at the donut shop and there's only one donut left in the store. He's walking in, storming for that last donut, Jonas. He's smelling that sugar, baby. Uriel says, that donut is, don't you lay your hands on that donut, young man. He's walking forward, going maybe almost half of this first round. Heavyweights, man, like we say in Brazil, Jonas, when a heavyweight hits you, hair won't grow anymore.
Oh my God.
That's the saying that Minotauro Big Nog always says. Good outside leg kick. Now you see that nose running from Uriel. He caught him there with that right hand. He's on top, trying to finish the fight, half the round to go. We got our ref right on point. He's standing right beside him. How much more can Camacho
Very
take?
good strikes by Uriel.
Got that move to full side control. He's raining down those bombs. The ref is right next to him. He's trying to finish this fight at all costs. Takes him down. Still in control. You see that faucet just opened. That blood's dripping down.
Climbs to the mount.
Doesn't want to stop. He's going to try to maybe slide that right arm in. You see Miguel Adriano, his head coach, very close there. trying to pass on those instructions. You just got a blanket now. Uriel just turned into a blanket, because when you got a heavyweight on you like that, Jonas.
Maybe a bear carpet.
Very. Nice point, Jonas. That's why I like you. A bear blanket on them. Back to their feet. Uriel still controlling the action here. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Spinning elbow by the bear.
Very good
raining
display
down
by Uriel.
bombs. He's
Oh
trying to
my God.
connect that shot.
Ooh.
Beautiful right hand there by Uriel. Nice jab there by Camacho. This is, he just slanging that right hand, going in for that takedown. He got that. Camacho with his back on the mat.
This is for sure the fight with the highest strike rate. Oh my God.
And I got to tell you, this doesn't look like a heavyweight fight, Jonas.
Yeah, that's sure.
They're so light on their feet. There's so many transitions from position to position. Nice left hand there by Camacho. We got a minute left. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is only the first round. I don't know if that scares me or makes me happy being a heavyweight fight. Camacho
Uriel
now with the
breathing
knee.
a little bit heavy now. And
That's-
Camacho saw he was gassing out, trying to take advantage of the moment.
He's throwing that hands. Camacho, like you said, Jonas, taking very good advantage. Uriel trying to throw back. 45 seconds left in this first round. Remember, they're heavyweights, and their gas tank isn't that big. Left hand connected now by Camacho. A little over 30 seconds left in this first round. He's trying to finish this fight.
That might be
the ref
it.
is on it. Might be it.
Oh!
That's it. That's it. Lucas Camacho gets the win, moves on to 5-0 as a pro. Unfortunately, Guilherme Uriel gets the first defeat of his career. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Heavyweight fight, almost 5 minutes of pure aggressiveness and violence.
They just got all the strikes you should throw in a whole fight and condensed this in the first round.
Wow. Probably one of the most busy heavyweight fights I've seen in the last couple of shows, Jonas, by far. Camacho took very good advantage of that moment. We'll be able to see this in the replay that our production is going to put on air for us in a little bit. But, man, took advantage, crisp and clean. There, that's what production's on point as always. Uriel began the fight very, very strong. Good leg kicks, following up with that hand. But then Camacho got that drop, and that was the beginning of the end for Guilherme Uriel.
Yeah, Guilherme managed to recover, put the pressure back to him, but after all this, he got caught in the end because he gassed out, and we know, Max, when you're gassed out, no matter how soft or not a strike is, you're more knockoutable, let's say like this, let's put it like this.
I like the way you said that. You're more knockoutable. That's the way to say it. And when you throw in there everything that you have, and I gotta say this, Jonas, props to Guilherme.
Yes.
He went full out, he threw everything that he had, but that last right hand was just too much. I mean,
Yes.
you were getting hit by a heavyweight left and right, got your back on the cage, nowhere to go. And in a heavyweight fight, all you need is one hand. He got that lucky left, I'm not gonna say lucky, I apologize. He got that left hand that dropped Guilherme, and that was the beginning of the end. He felt it, got his back to the cage, and there's nothing else he could do.
Beautiful display by both athletes.
That was the third fight of the night. It's gonna be live on YouTube for you guys to rewatch. And remember, everything else, the last 3 prelims you'll watch on our YouTube channel for Brazil UFC Fight Pass, and the main card only on UFC Fight Pass. And I'm very happy to say that, because UFC Fight Pass is UFC Fight Pass, and you can't get better than that. Both athletes are up. We got our ref holding their gloves, and let's go up to Leonardo Levati to make this official.
Referee João Cláudio Soares has called the stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 28 seconds of round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Camacho!
Lucas Camacho goes to 5-0 in his professional career. No losses, has never felt that sour taste of defeat, showing that fair play there to Guilherme Uriel, who unfortunately takes his first loss as a pro. Heavyweight fight, third fight of the night, Jonas, couldn't be happier. That's a wrap for this fight. We will have our next fight of the night in the middleweight division. Gandra versus Alessandro Gambulino, a name that you guys have heard in the US, He has fought for us in the U.S., and we will see that shortly.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division, and it's brought to you by Cajamar Fundo. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter is a striker. He stands 6 feet inches tall and weighs in at 183 pounds, with 5 wins being won by knockout and 2 by submission. Representing Flavio Baiano team and fighting out of Betim, Minas Gerais, he is Young Gandra. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this fighter has a jiu-jitsu style. He stands 6 feet inches tall and weighs in at 185 pounds, with 17 fights, 13 wins, been 2 by knockout and 7 by submission. Representing Gordon Fight Team and fighting out of Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, please welcome Alessandro Gambulino. And the referee in charge of this bout is Osiris Maia.
Osiris Maia, the very experienced OG of reffing. Osiris Maia here in Brazil is the man in charge of this next bout. In the middleweight, we have Ryan Gandra, 5-1 in his career against Alessandro Gambulino, 13-4. Gambulino red tape, Gandra blue tape. Probable 3 5-minute rounds for you guys tonight. LFA 171. I'm Max Suarez. By my side, Jonas Bigatti. I needed that dramatic pause just to make sure, just to make it up to you, you know?
I feel that.
Gambulino bobbing and weaving a little bit, looking for that good shot. Gandra, high guard, which is a show that he's very worried for Gambulino striking.
And Gambulino is very athletic, right?
Yeah, he actually owns a CrossFit gym, which is a curiosity. And so athletic that he threw that kick so high that he ended up on the mat, which is good for him. He's a high-level BJJ black belt. He's got a gym in his hometown. He teaches jiu-jitsu, and he also teaches CrossFit. So that kind of explained his physique there.
Maybe he was looking for a burpee.
Maybe he was looking for a burpee, I agree. Gandra walking back, throwing that left hook, and Gambulino just storming at him. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first round. Middleweight division, Ryan Gandra blue tape versus Alessandro Gambulino red tape. If you're familiar with that name, Gambulino in the red tape has fought for us in the U.S. If I'm not mistaken, it was North Dakota. Might be wrong, but I think it's North Dakota. Good inside leg kick now by Gambulino, followed immediately by Gandra. He cues that blow to the cup. And I got to tell you, those are never good.
Yeah, that probably happened because they are in opposite stances. Gandra is orthodox and Gambulino is southpaw. So sometimes you aim for the high part of the thigh when you're facing a opponent with the same stance as you.
Let's take a look at that replay. Yeah, I mean, we can't see it from that angle, but kind of look up all the way up in the thigh. Could have hit that bottom portion of the cup. And we know that when it hits that bottom portion, it just moves everything and it hurts the same way. Looks like he's good to go. Osiris Maia, like we said, very experienced OG ref in the game in Brazil. Everything's good to go. And I think Gandra was saying that it didn't hit the cup. He was like, you know that didn't hit the cup. Don't give me that.
Yeah, maybe it did. And we know that sometimes athletes just buy a little time to breathe a little.
And it's also a way to get in their head a little bit, right? It's psychological strategy, trying to get in his head. 2 straight kicks now, one to the head, one to the body. Gambulino trying to throw that left hook. High kick now by Gambulino, and Gandra is looking at him like he's going to pierce through him with his eyes. Trying to start calling him Cyclops or something. Almost halfway through the first round. Gambulino now taking the center of the cage, moving forward. Gandra with his back to the cage now, moving sideways, make sure he doesn't get caught with his back on the cage. Gambulino very dangerous moving forward. He's proved that before in his other fights.
Yeah, there's a clear difference in striking game here. Gandra is way more experienced on his feet than Gambulino, We can see the difference, the way he moves, the way he's accurate, the way he doesn't waste energy when he's delivering a strike. So I think the best way for Gambulino just close the distance and try taking the fight to the ground.
I always like to say that the middleweight division is a very dangerous division. It's like a heavyweight division as far as power with lightweight speed. They're athletic, they're fast, and they're very strong. I mean, look at Gambulino's physique. I mean, guy's on point with his diet, with his training, and Gandra just looks like a guy that can tear down a wall with his hands. It's like 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this first round. Push kick attempt there by Gandra. We are live from Sao Paulo, Brazil, LFA 171. The last time the LFA comes here this year. But don't worry, guys, we will be coming back next year for sure. Good left shot to the body there by Gambulino. Moving forward, Gandra, maybe an elbow or...
Yeah,
I mean,
I honestly didn't understand what
you're
what
the
it was.
unorthodox here. You should know. You're the guy that creates weird stuff inside the cage.
Yeah, but there's a limit.
There is. That is true. That is true. 1 minute left in this first round. Gambulino, center of the cage. So it's Gandra. A lot of study in this initial round. And I agree. Two dangerous fighters. The hand lands in the right spot. We're done. Good left stiff jab there by Gambulino.
I think Gandra did that because he was expecting Gambulino to close the distance.
That's exactly what he did now. He knows that his corners probably told him we're in the last minute. Gambulino wants to get that takedown to secure this first round. It was a very close first round, and we know that securing takedowns makes a difference in the judges' eyes for that round.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good knee there by Gambulino, 20 seconds left. Fourth fight of the night, middleweight division. We still got a couple more fights, and if you haven't done so yet, sign a UFC Fight Pass. That's where you'll be able to watch the full main card with 2 title fights. We'll have these fights up on YouTube for you guys. The next 3, if you're in the US, will also be available on our LFA YouTube. And then after that, main card only for whoever signs up for UFC Fight Pass. First round in the books. Like you were saying, Jonas, close first round. Is there any way in your eyes to say who took that round?
Very, very close round. Tough to choose here. I wouldn't like to be a judge right now. But I think that maybe Gambulino took the advantage because he was trying to overcome the volume of strikes, and he was taking the initiative most of the time and pressed up the opponent on the cage in the last minute of the round. So maybe it was a 10-9 to Gambulino.
And you said something very important, maybe. Because it was such a close round, it could have gone to anybody. So it's kind of a neutral round right now. And it's going to be maybe, depending if the fight goes the distance, the round that decides who took it. And if it's one apiece,
Gandra delivered the best strikes. That body kick, that blocked, semi-blocked head kicks. We know we don't absorb everything with our guard. So Gandra delivered the best strikes, but with the volume and control, I believe that Gambulino took the round.
Gambulino one up in the eyes of our guest commentator tonight. The very unorthodox Jonas Villarinho. Second round of the way, 5 more minutes. So you make sure you identify these fighters. Gambulino, red tape, black trunks. Gandra, blue tape, and also black trunks. Right kick to the body there by Gandra. Controlling the center of the cage, trying to start off a little bit more intense in this second round. Gambulino throws that left hook, followed by a 1-2. 1-2 again there for Gambulino. Put that hook there at the end. Good strategy. I mean, you followed up with 1-2 twice.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, he's putting pressure, more volume. He's chasing Gandra. So maybe there's his advantage.
And looks like another low blow. He accused it. Osiris Maia stopped the fight. Gambulino wasn't really happy. I mean, who's happy getting kicked in the cup?
And he's cursing back at his opponent.
Let's take a look at our production, as always. Quick as lightning, bam. Yeah,
that one.
That was right on the button.
That one landed.
It pushed off to the cup. And like we said before, I mean, if it hits any area of the cup, everything just moves around, and it hurts. Osiris Maia telling him to take his time. He's got up to 5 minutes according to the rule of MMA. He can take the full 5 minutes and rest. We have Osiris Maia taking 1 point now from Ryan Gandra. And Ryan Gandra can't really contest like that. He can't be saying no like that. But there's my very experienced ref, took that point from Gandra. So we already know that he's losing this round.
Gandra looks pissed off right now.
Oh yeah, he is. And I gotta tell you, like one of our good friends says, you can't fight with emotion. That's what he's doing right now. He's pissed off. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. He's throwing with everything he has. He was not happy with that point taken. Gambulino closes the distance, gets that double leg, trying to pick Gandra up. He's got that Gabriel grip on the back, and he's down. Gambulino on top. He brought Gandra into his ocean. He's trying to drag him deep down. He's got that hand hooked up. Gandra is in a bad place. Gambulino is a very high-level black belt. He doesn't let positions like this go easily. He's got that arm sticking in. He's already got hand in hand. If he falls back, Gandra could be in serious trouble right now. He's got that grip in. The arm is in. It's starting to sink in. Gandra is in deep trouble. Alessandro Gambulino is not the man to let that happen. Gandra is up. He used the help of the cage. Oh, bam! He goes for the slam. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and now he's on it.
Gandra is pissed off.
Ryan Gandra is bleeding from the nose and not happy at all, Jonas.
Gambulino's sweat is coming at us.
Production,
it's raining right here.
Get me an umbrella. Gandra is raining down bombs on Gambulino.
Ooh.
This might be the beginning of the end for Gambulino. He's giving it everything he has. He's still got half a round to go. Gambulino looks like he is extremely tired, and Gandra just doesn't stop. Osiris Maya is on point. That's a wrap. Ryan Gandra takes the win tonight after a very, very close fight. And
oh my God.
Oh my God. We got a trio going on here. We got I can probably say that his coach is very happy.
Oh
what a turnaround. What a turn of events here. LFA 171. Gambulino was taking that fight. He had that rear naked choke sunk in. Ryan Gandra pulled out a slam from God knows where.
That was beautiful to watch.
And I think that took the air out of Gambulino. That
he was like
slam.
so pissed off with the point deduction.
Yes. Let's, I'm gonna ask the production whenever they have time to get that replay. I think he felt that slam. That was a very high slam. And he fell, Jonas, flat on his back. Look at that, our production, quick as lightning. Boom, Gambulino goes in. He's gonna go for that takedown. This was right after he got the point taken away. They just went full out brawling, just throwing leather all over. Gambulino tries to close in for that takedown. He eventually gets it. And this is after the slam already, when Gandra is on top, and you can tell that Gambulino is totally winded.
Yes.
He can't pull in that air. That slam
Look how wobbly his head is.
Yes, it was very decisive. Like, how can you say that violence doesn't work in MMA? I mean, there's proof. Just slam him. Big win there for Ryan Gandra. Only his 7th career fight against Gambulino, doing his 18th fight tonight. A big difference there from these two. And Ryan Gandra pulls out a win, starting off with a beautiful body slam. They're both with Osiris Maya. Let's head over to Leonardo Levati to give us the official decision.
Referee Osiris Maya has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 38 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Gandra!
Ryan Gandra gets the win in the 4th fight of the night, LFA 171. Now you guys watch everything else exclusively on YouTube. For everybody in the US, if you're in Brazil, you'll watch us live on UFC Fight Pass, and main card only exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. Follow the link, sign up, watch the main card of the LFA tonight, and also the full Brazil card of UFC tomorrow. I'm Max Suarez with Jonas Vilarinho. Huge pleasure, and we will be seeing each other very, very soon.